The Russian president's military escalation was sharply criticized by Western leaders at the United Nations General Assembly. President Biden and U.S. allies accused Putin of targeting Ukrainian civilians and slammed him for suggesting that nuclear weapons are an option. Nancy Cordes was at the UN for the president's speech yesterday and is with us now in the studio. Nancy, first, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Gayle. President Biden addressed world leaders just after he learned that Vladimir Putin was mobilizing hundreds of thousands of reservists. He called the move extreme and outrageous, and his aides described it as an act of desperation.
Russia has shamelessly violated the core tenets of the United Nations Charter.
With Russian representatives in the room, President Biden called out their president, Vladimir Putin.
President Putin has made overt nuclear threats against Europe. Now, Russia's calling up more soldiers to join the fight.
Even as he spoke, unrest began to ripple through Russian cities. Conflict dominated his first meeting with the UK's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss.
Mr. President, protests are breaking out across Russia. Was this mobilization a miscalculation?
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky also addressed the assembly Wednesday and did not hold back.
We must finally recognize Russia as the state of sponsor of terrorism.
In a pre-recorded speech, he demanded the global community hold Russia accountable, even calling for the creation of a special tribunal.
A crime has been committed against Ukraine, and we demand just punishment.
Under pressure, Russian separatists abruptly released 2 U.S. military veterans who were captured more than 3 months ago while fighting alongside Ukrainian forces. Andy Wynn and Alex Drueke, both from Alabama, were part of a prisoner swap. CBS News spoke with Druke's aunt.
And we are so grateful to the Ukrainian government for taking up their cause and treating them like one of their own. And we pray for all of the Ukrainian POWs. There are hundreds.
I asked a top White House official how this new Russian mobilization might affect the war right now, and he said the Russians are stuck. If they send these new troops to the war right away, they'll be too poorly trained and equipped to fight effectively. But if Russia takes the time to train them, then it will keep losing territory in the meantime. He argued time and math are not on their side. Nate?
Nancy, thank you.